Hello everybody, my name is Jwpro14 and welcome back to Danganronpa. So last time Byakuya kinda suspected Toko and tried to get the blame on her. And we met Genocide Jill, so that was fun as well.
I don't just use any scissors.
But now let's continue this wacky playthrough.
Boy, let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Or above.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
I don't think so.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Nope.
Well,
Byakuya never-
without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
Fucking asshole.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto.
Pay
If there's
attention.
any
you
doubt
asshole.
whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
No, but you are a Kent.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Sure. Killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in boy locker room, the guy handbook again. Since Leon's handbook was apparently broken around. Yeah, in other words, it could have been a guy. But still not enough to find out the clues. Celeste's account.
Killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong!
Celeste.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Oh, it's just Celeste.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up
How,
and tell
why
us!
did you say Makoto?
It was last
I'm gonna use
night,
it.
right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Not only
Which
that.
means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Really?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Yeah, I have my suspicion of.
Who
like,
is it? Who's the
I know,
killer?
You.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Here it is. I never looked more around.
The killer was wearing
The same blue tracksuit as him?
No, I guess.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, I guess good.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
It was bleu.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Bleu.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Dang.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But
Me too.
why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of lead.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Heroes.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
Yes.
For a fact indeed.
Thumbnail! Super fatty.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And
There's one
yet,
weak point.
this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting his
I
weak
got it!
points.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah! You remember that?
Yes.
Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell
Maybe
anyone,
he has
right?
Leon's right now, and the yeah, I got it.
Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their
I
own
know it.
handbook into the
I
sauna,
got you.
not knowing its weakness? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their
I know that you know it too, Taka. Oh, Mondo, you bastard.
Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Shit, oh.
My goddamn handbook works just fine.
Got you.
No, that's
Finally,
wrong.
it was this one. I must have missed.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would
Yes.
mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear.
Really? Oh, this one.
Here's exactly what happened.
I guess I have a good.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Yes.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Yes.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Gotta be.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked.
Oh crap, I spelled it.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
I did it correct.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Fuck! Yes, I got that one good, but the next one's going to be...
And a girl's... But this alone doesn't prove... After all, using...
I got wrong. Yeah, I thought so.
The killer
right?
is... you! After all, using...
Yeah, fuck you!
And that's it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with
Oh,
them,
fuck.
they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene,
Fuck you.
he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
This minigame really sucks.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, He left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
So goddamn tired.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
It should have been the last fucking... Hello everybody, I'm back. I kinda got pissed off last time because the mini game took so long, and in the rage I forgot to end recording, so I just lost that mini game part for a bit. So not much happened really, just everything is sad. And Kiyotaka Ishimaru just said, "Wait, no, this can't be true."
Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Okay, show us his handbook. Oh crap, I didn't read What can I do? Let him...
False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
Yes, fuck you. I was just spamming buttons the whole time. I was like, this might help.
If my thinking... Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh, at least he admits. Well, I fucked up a lot. Still got A. Fuck yeah. I'm the best.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Oh, wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, he did admit it, so technically you don't even have to vote. May I ask why?
What?
Oh! Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again! Yes, it is so. The Blackened who killed Chihiro was Fujisaki.
Ta-da!
Oh, wait. Mondo! Uwada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not anonymous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treating very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
What?
I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Oh, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of murder this time is a sad story of two men.
Ha!
But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can press the circle button and fast forward. I actually kind of want to hear it. Anyway. Anyway, once a young boy, and there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extremely inferiority complex regarding his lack of strength. You're so weak, even what? You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide it and buried himself further and further into weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. And he had chosen as his way out. Nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in the shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
I feel bad for him. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. Then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of his embarrassing secrets. I needed to laugh at lovely and hateful. He just knows everyone. Which of course includes Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro was actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. It would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would have fallen away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than even before. Even figures, being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet,
I'm sorry.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become stronger, then I'll tell everyone. And not only apologizing, he used a threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Flashback, black. Gonna do this every time, probably. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll be better. With that at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, the day he made a commitment to begin exercising, he was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask someone for help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The killer gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Jiro probably figured that even if he conflicted Mando, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mando was the very symbol of a strong man that Jiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mando about it will help me give some courage. So he... Oh. Was it him? So he went to ask Mando to help him become stronger. Oh, as he said. That was his aspiration. And the thought that only with Mando's support would he even be able to come close to that?
Correct.
So then that must be why Mando did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Jiro. Huh? What he did? You mean that's why Mando carried Jiro for the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose to keep the promise between men he'd made to Jiro. But how does moving a body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Jiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mando did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Jiro, who'd he also killed? Why? Would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it, after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secret exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge other by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't compare it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mando did? He killed his own brother. Mando, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country ramble. But the only reason he had a chance to join a gang, if in the first place, was because of a certain someone. Mando's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mando had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mando even got a motorcycle. Mando's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mando could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mando was Ambaton, I'm saying it right? Ambaton and Python, I don't know. Amazon of this dead-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daija, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his brother #2, his younger brother Mando. Oh. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mando started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mando's very soul. The kid's gonna take over Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hands. Mando's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day Mando heard the gossip and whispers of the other gang members of the gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement, on the night of the amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mando challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragically stuck. The kid brother pushed ahead with recklessness, abandoning each for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, oh no, that's too bad. Laying in his kid's brother's arms, the older brother delivers in his final words, "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what had happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Gus, it's the dream. It's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men." Aww. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his own brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid's brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. To what happened? Mando's lie became the truth. I'm getting better. I can't do words. He wanted to lead the gang so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killer became, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding the light on the secret. Mono killed his old brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. his death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So why? That's why I... Mondo. After I saw Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness, and just started swirling around. I never felt it like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned myself in a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of the sudden?
Huh?
Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I read myself in my lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been hidden myself. I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What? What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell anyone my secret?
Huh?
Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. I was so jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I am strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not fun. I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I've changed voice. I felt like I could hear something starting to break. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
Oh no, you're a dick! No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I am strong. Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
I'm stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down at the ground. Hey! I
killed him.
Oh.
I killed Chihiro.
Oh no.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid the weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that a weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and turned into him, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. I pissed my pants till I was in 5th grade. For that, he killed another living human being in cold blood. He couldn't get free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't. You bastard! You shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again if you I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishment is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now,
That's what I
well
promised
now.
you, right? The blacken that deserves the beast will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh, I said for Mono Owara, the ultimate bang leader. The ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh. So I decided to put in my own music so I can't get copyrighted. So yeah, that is this for now. And there's going to occur more of these episodes later on. So that's it for now, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Click on that like button. Click the video on the left to see some especially for you. Click the video on the right to see the most recently uploaded. Click the playlist to see every episode of Danganronpa so far. And click on the button in the middle to subscribe for more videos every day. And don't forget to hit the bell. Goodbye.